What is going on? My name is Dave from StructureYourStrength.com, and we're going to go over 20.2 warm-up, primer, workout strategy, thoughts, what I'm planning to do, as well as we got a couple people who are about to do it right now. We're at CrossFit Store in Hawthorne, New Jersey right now. So 20.2, make sure you look up the official rules, age group, stuff like that. We have 20-minute AMRAP. We got 4 dumbbell thrusters at 50-35, 50 pounds per hand for the guys, 35 pounds for ladies, 6 toes to bar, and 24 double unders. This by itself, perfectly fine for 20 minutes. Holy smokes, is that gonna be a lot of rounds for those of you that can go unbroken toes to bar for the whole workout, and double unders ain't no thing for you. So I didn't watch the whole video of the people who did the announcement tonight, Con Porter and I believe McLeod, I forget his first name, I hope I said his name right. I just know that it looked like they did a ton of reps, and the score sheet for this has like 30 rounds on it. So you're expected to get a ton of rounds in it. So my first thought on this is 20 minutes. The fact that it's only 4, 6, and 24, moderately heavy weight for most average gym goers, not heavy for those of you that are more competitive or strong. 6 toes to bar, perfectly fine. 24 double unders, not a lot. I think the trap in this is to not get your breathing early and to rush because you're so amped up because it's open. So anytime you see a low amount of reps with a high amount of time, the early rounds are the trap. A little bit like last week. I personally so far have loved 20.1 and 20.2 because everyone in the gym can do it in some way, shape, or form. And they have kicked people's butts, whether you're elite or you're not, both are going to kick your butt. So the other thing I see with this is there's a ton of transitions again. So if people are getting around in under a minute, which is absolutely possible for many of you out there, you have transitions like crazy. You want to set yourself up to make sure you're minimizing it or have a game plan for how long you want to rest. And then you want to set up your equipment really close too. Do not give yourself any excuses. And I'll show you that in a minute. We're going to walk over by Krishna and Alexa, their gear, just so you can see how they have it set up. Other thing is shoulder fatigue. So when I look at this, thrusters, holding the dumbbells, fries out people's shoulders, can fire out your grip a little bit. Toes to bar, fry out your grip again, fry out your shoulders. Double unders, if you're not relaxed, and we'll talk about how to relax, make sure, if you're not relaxed, you'll burn yourself out then and there again. So the open always has one workout that's very grip and shoulder intensive. I think this might not be that one that crushes people's grip, but it's up there with it. So watch out for shoulder fatigue. Kipping style on toes to bar. If you look at some of our videos, we have 2 different styles of kipping. We have a long kip and a short kip. A short kip's really fast. I believe McLeod was doing that at the beginning. I think Con Porter was doing a longer kip. Longer kip takes more time, it's a little bit more grip fatigue, but it saves energy long term. So you need to know your kip styles and whether or not it's worth it for you to try one of them. I would not try anything new in the open. Stick with what you know, what you're confident with, what you know, the one that you know what it feels like. After that, know thyself, all right? Toes to bar volume. I know for me personally, once I get up around that 60 reps of toes to bar, I start to fall apart when it comes to like localized muscle endurance. Things like hip flexors, my shoulders' ability to close. Not so much my core, but little things start firing slower and not as hard, and the toes to bar get rougher and rougher for me. Fatigue and breath. You need to know what it's like to work for 20 minutes at a consistent pace and what your breathing needs to be like in order for you to keep moving. So for me, I'm going to go over this in the warm-up, but I'm going to do a primer of 2 rounds of this warm-up, and I'm just going to kind of hit it and then see what it feels like, and then I'm going to understand what my breathing needs to be like. So that's going to become my learning time. Now I know for 20 minutes, if I come out and my heart rate's up at 170, I'm screwed. So for me, I want to make sure in my early rounds that I can actually talk and almost have like a mini conversation, a few words at a time, almost a full sentence, because I need to save some juice for the end because I'm not known for that. Now, if you're someone where like, hey, you're known for that endurance, don't be scared to go out there, push it a little bit. You can always dial it back as you go. Posture. This is going to be important because with all these transitions, if you start getting hunched over and feeling fatigued and feeling tired and kind of getting bored and down, that's a big thing that's going to stop people, is just being bored in this workout. You can't breathe as well as just posture releases different hormones. This is the give up posture. This I'm confident. Hormones that make you happy, excited, get you energized, get released more. So make sure you stay tall and breathe. All right, so we're going to take a look at how Christian and Alexa have their equipment set up. Or they're going right now. We're going to watch it right now. So they're about to start. You can turn on music if you need to. They have their dumbbells set up right by where they're planning to do toes to bar. And the point is you want to minimize any walking, because no matter what, you're going to stop and get prep before you do the movement anyway. So you want to minimize the prep, walk, and prep. So bam, they're right up. You can see Alexa's doing a little bit more of that long kip. Krishna is at well. You'll maybe see them switch as they go. And then that jump rope is right in front of them as they hop down to make sure, again, that transition's minimized. Now, both of them are known for having engines. They're both pretty good athletes. You're gonna see them really move on it, okay? So again, make sure your equipment's set up, leaves no excuses, no room to waste time. Make sure you have chalk out wherever you need it. Set that rhythm early. And again, those primer rounds at the beginning is gonna really, really help. All right, so. Transitions. Yeah, transitions, yeah. So we wanna make sure, look at that, bam, Alexa's right on it right away. All right, so we wanna make sure all that equipment's close. There's not a lot of time to walk. Now, when we look at this warm-up, it is a 20-minute workout, so the warm-up doesn't need to be crazy, but I think it's still important to get that heart rate elevated before we hit it. So 6 walkouts with a groiner. We'll go over this in a second. 5 scat pull-ups, 5 single-arm dumbbell thrusters plus a 30-foot overhead carry, and then 30 single unders. If you need to do more than that, it's perfectly fine. And then I'm gonna warm up the movements a little bit directly and hit 1 to 2 rounds of the workout pretty hard with no strategy, and then see how I feel after it, whether or not it's something I can maintain. So that walkout and groiner is really, really simple. All I'm gonna do, feet as narrow as you can, as long as your knees don't bend. Walk it out. When I get to the bottom, I'm gonna bring my foot up. I'm gonna rotate with it. Walk it back in, that's 1. And then I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna walk it out, bring that foot out, twist, walk it back in, 6 reps of it. The scat pull-ups are very, very easy. You're gonna have your pull-up grip, just hang. Oh, I'm sore from the pull-ups the other day. So move through your shoulders only. We wanna get all that stuff warmed up. And then we have dumbbell thrusters with 1 arm. Pretend I got a dumbbell. You can keep this really light, and then you're just gonna walk with it overhead, because we wanna get all this stuff ready before we hit the workout. Then single unders are easy. All right? I'd love to hear how you do it. Post your video below if you video it. If you have any questions or comments, please ask, subscribe, share with your friends. We're hoping that we can help all of you conquer this year's Open. Talk to you soon.